was at Vincent School for about 10 years. Then we had to leave Vincent because there were no AL classes or university entrance classes. So I went to Government College. Spent about 2 years there. Then I went to St. John's, Jaffna, where I entered the university, the Peradeniya University. In fact, we were the first batch of graduates. Of course, the medium was English student. No Tamil was taught. I did the history, Sri Lanka and British, economics, and some other language, I forget. I can remember Father Pinto, who taught us history, and a person called Polituaku, who taught us history again. Who else? And we had different halls, one for women and one for men. Sangamita Hall, Hilda Obesekra Hall, James Pettis Hall was first used by women and then taken over by the men. It was a 3-year course, a general course. Those who specialized in one subject had to do 4 years. Okay. I did the general course. Came to St. Michael's College, which is a local school here, round about 59. I left Peradeniya and came straight to St. Michael's College. Father Crowther was rector then, and he thought that I could take over history and English from him. Father Crowther passed away a long time ago. I trained English teachers. Instead of the DELIC, now you have various subjects like. We enjoyed teaching in the DELIC because we were mixed up with Peace Corps volunteers from America, and it was more interesting in a way. But I don't think I missed anything while teaching at St. Michael's. I enjoyed that too. I think I was a born teacher. That is because I got a very good foundation. The pronunciation was correct. So we copied from our English teachers, and most of them were missionaries, as I mentioned before. So we copied the correct spelling and the pronunciation from those missionaries, British missionaries. That's why my English, everybody comments on my English. Way back in the 1930s, things were so different socially, politically, religious, education. He could buy the minimum things for 5 rupees, bread, eggs, fish and vegetables for 5 rupees, but now you need at least 500 for those things. Economically, we have gone down. Socially, we have changed quite a bit. Radically, I think we have changed. Socially, weddings were celebrated, but on a small scale, right? Now they have loudspeakers and things like that. Weddings, birthday parties, age-attaining ceremonies, funeral houses. My goodness. They are all celebrated in a way, loud as ever. Those days we could think of the neighbors, but now nobody thinks of the neighbors. They want to be loud in their dressing, economically. They all pretend that they are rich. I can remember Ada Ponea, Vidura Jenuri, Rahila Osman. We had Muslim girls also who were very, very liberated. And we mixed without anything, racial barriers, no. absolutely nothing. And we mixed with everybody equally because the time thing was English language. To each other in English, as long as we were in school. Then at home, of course, my mother would talk in Tamil, my father would talk in English. Yes, we had excellent principals. We had Father Wheeler, who would pay us very promptly each month. The teachers were treated right royally, and the boys would respect their teachers. I worked in the American Embassy for 15 or I can't remember, 16 years. I taught Tamil to the diplomats there. And I was good in both languages because my father spoke English and my mother didn't know a word of English. She spoke only Tamil. And we read both books. They said, the American Embassy said, because I am articulate, they chose me, Tamil teacher. I enjoyed my life in the American Embassy. In our days, it was only the teaching profession, the law and medicine which were open to women. Young generation, they should play a lot. Nowadays, nobody plays netball and nobody is interested in history. That's the weak point in the younger generation. And they go for tuition all the time. No play. Because by joining society, by aping the adults, you can achieve a lot, isn't it? But nowadays, children go so much for tuition that they neglect their manners. They have no time to learn anything besides their textbooks. Even the tuition teachers teach them from textbooks, which are boring, which have already been processed by the teacher in school. Reading maketh a man, isn't it? So a child must read and read and read. Join the library. Circulate books among themselves. Read a lot of magazines and newspapers. I still take the Sunday Times to do my crossword, of course. Without it, I can't manage. Time does not pass without my crossword or Scrabble. I still have the Scrabble set, the wooden set, which I bought in 1960, I think, a long time ago. Sports goods were sold by Diana's, a company called Diana's, and they would bring it round, looking for houses that could buy Scrabble boards and carom sets and things like that. But now nobody is interested in carom or Scrabble. I feel the lack of play among the children has ruined them, and tuitions too have ruined them. That's what I am anti-tuition person. I am an anti-tuition person. I don't like children dragging their satchels in the dust and going for school, for tuition classes. And the cycles were very popular after Miss Kanagaratna rode one. The English missionaries did so much for education in Batticaloa. In fact, they built up Batticaloa educationally and produced an English-speaking senior group. All those who had money at home. Of course, there was a hostel there, and prayers were said, and the music was 140. All the teachers, most of them could play their piano very well. I remember Mrs. Edwards, who played by ear most of the pieces which we sung in school. And nursery rhymes plus songs were taught at Vincent School. And that helped us to lay the foundation for a good English-speaking senior group. Unfortunately, most of them have passed away and either left the shores of Sri Lanka, but education was so different in those days. Miss Croft and the other missionaries who followed believed that girls should be taught sewing and cooking and a little nursing. And I would like a society in which the women are empowered.
Yes.
Okay? They should have the power to profess anything. All professions should be open to them. They could even enter parliament. I wish the women are more empowered than what they are today. They should have the power to run the home, to run the country, and to be in any profession they like.